Good morning, y'all. Marlene Bush, Stitching by the Lake. I'm so glad y'all are stopping by to visit with me today. Today is Sunday, November 10th, and it's a beautiful day here. In fact, I want to turn the computer just a little bit. I'm in my sewing room, which is a total disaster, but out there it's really pretty. There's a tree in my neighbor's yard. I'm going to go slow so I don't make you very dizzy. Anyway, I want you to see, look at that. There's a glare, I'm sorry about that, but isn't that gorgeous? It's such a beautiful tree. Every single year that tree blooms beautifully. I'm glad to have it out there. Okay, I have lots to tell y'all, lots to talk about today. I've been to 2 retreats since I made a video, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, maybe 4. I've gotten to keep my great-grandchildren since then, had lots of things going on here, lots of stitching. I got lots of FFOing done, so I have a bunch of those to show you. But I'm going to start out first by telling you that I had a giveaway on my last video, and it was a Halloween pattern, and it's buried in a box over here. But I did the random comment generator, and the winner is Nostalgic Needleworker Renee. I actually have met Renee and know her. Met her at one of Katrina Boyd's retreats in Nashville a couple of years ago. So I was excited to see your name come up, Renee. If you will email me, and I'll put my email address down in the box below. If you'll just email me with your mail information, I'll send that pattern off to you. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit first about the Midwest retreat, and I know I'm way late. You've probably heard a lot of videos about that, so I'm not going to say just a lot, but there's some things I want to be sure that I show. There were some wonderful gifts, and I'm absolutely not going to show all of the things that we received there, but there are a few things that I thought were unique or special or touched my heart. And so I wanted to share those with you. I've sent out thank you notes to all but a couple of people now, and so they've all had personal thank yous from me, but there are just a few that I want to show here. Michelle Rudy does the most amazing retreat. It was wonderful. I fell in love with Amana, Iowa. In fact, I came home and told my husband that I was ready to move there. It was a wonderful community. It was a group of communities. Probably when it started snowing all through the winter, I would not want that, but right then and on the beautiful fall days that we had while we were there, I was certainly open to that idea. I do think that he and I will go back in the spring and visit Amana again and wander through all the wonderful shops and just the beautiful countryside there. It was a wonderful drive going up. I drove from here to Jefferson City, Missouri to my sister's and spent the night and then drove up from there. I actually stopped in Mexico, Missouri at an antique store and found a fabulous piece of furniture. I am not prone to buying antiques, y'all. My house I've been married 55 years, and I still have a lot of what I call early married stuff. I'm not fancy, I'm not formal. My house is somewhere between country, farmhouse, primitive. I don't even know how to describe it, but I was walking by the window of this antique store and just came to a dead halt. Lori McClary from Textilist told me later that she thought it was a mid-1800s German sewing cupboard. Anyway, it was a little cupboard about waist high, a little above waist high, with doors that were open and had on the doors were the little spools to put your threads on, and there were drawers, very unique little drawers that came out. Anyway, it ended up in my car, and I brought it home with me. I almost bought, y'all will love this, I almost bought a full life-size poster, stand-up poster of John Wayne. And the reason I did not, of course, But I thought seriously about it because both of my brothers love John Wayne, and Terry especially watches cowboy movies. If his TV's on, it's a cowboy movie, and John Wayne's one of his favorites. So I looked at John and thought seriously about him, but he did not come home with me. Anyway, I went on to Amana, and Michelle Rudy made all of us, I think 75 of us, this little bag. Y'all excuse me a minute. My throat's not real good today. I'm getting ready to go to church, and I'll have to take something to sip on, I think. Anyway, this is French General fabric, which I have been in love with for years, one of my favorite ones. And there are several little goodies on the inside that she made for that she put in here for us. One especially, if any of you can find this, she said they were on Etsy. If y'all can find this, would somebody email me and let me know? These little thread card holders, I love them. They're I don't know what this paper is. It says notionsland.com on the back, and I looked up that company, but it looks like it's wholesale. And she said she got these off of Etsy. I would love to buy some more of these. And so if you can find, I mean, if anybody knows where to get these, please email me and let me know, because I would really like that a lot. Loved my little bag and can't wait to use it. One of the reasons I'm making this video today is because I have so many things in here I wanted to put out and use, and can't because I haven't shown y'all. And I know if I put them out, I'll get so confused and mixed up. My friend Kay Dunlap from Missouri brought me several little things, and I especially wanted to show you this one. She found this stitched. I think she said it at an estate sale. My sack's falling off here. Anyway, I want to get this one made up. I just love it. This little bunny is so cute. Have no idea, y'all, about the pattern or anything like that. But very, very sweet. And this is the second time she's brought me a pattern that she found that was something in Arkansas. This happens to be the Arlington Hotel, which is a very old historic hotel downtown. Kind of has a special meaning for me. I worked about 3 blocks down the street for 8 years, and so was frequently by and in the Arlington. Every year at Christmas, they build a giant gingerbread house, and we used to take our grandchildren there every year when they were small to see the gingerbread house. And she also brought me a pattern and another little purse and this cup. Look at this mug, y'all. Don't you just love that? I cannot wait to put it on my mug rack. I can't wait. I have a big, huge mug rack because I collect some of the Starbucks ones, and I have many others on there as well that are special to me. So it's going on there, Kay, and I'll be having my tea in it this afternoon after I get it washed up. Suzette from the Primitive Stitcher made this adorable little tomato pincushion. Look at this. This is a candle jar, y'all, that she painstakingly washed out and cleaned up and put some candy in. And so I've been saying, I haven't even eaten the candy yet, Suzette, but don't worry, it's going in there in the candy dish. And this was real special to me too because Suzette made it, and I love this. Sorry, got distracted there. Big old truck going down the street. Nicole, Buckeye Stitcher, gave me a project bag, which I'm already using. I'm sorry. I just couldn't wait. But she had stitched this little cat. I've got on black, and he's going to be hard to see. Here, let me hold it up like that. Is that not the cutest thing ever? I know he has pumpkins on him, but Nicole, this little cat's going to be staying out all the time at my house. He will not be put away. He is not part of my fall decorations. He is a permanent decoration. I love him. In fact, I think he's going to go on my little German cupboard. That's where I think he's going to go. We'll see how he looks. Little polka dot fabric on the back. I think she said Jan at Keepsakes finished that for her. I hope I got that name right. Y'all know I'm really bad about names. But anyway, in love with my little cat. What else do I have in here? Oh, yeah. I wanted to show you this because Kathleen from Kathleen's Trot and Trail made this. It's a little Notions bag. And look at my little strawberry. So, so cute. So cute. Holly and Anita are the sweetest ladies, and Anita brought me this. I love their video. Shine, sparkle, shine. I don't know. Holly and Anita. If you look that up, you'll find them because they're fabulous. Anita brought me this candle holder from Israel, and I want to tell you why she did that. Most of you already know because I've said it before. I send out a morning devotion Monday through Friday, text messages. And it started out with my children because I wanted them to have something positive to start their day. And then some of my grandchildren wanted to be added, and then some Sunday school folks, and then some of my cross-stitch friends. My list has grown. I think I send it out to about 50 people now, and those 50 people send it on to other people. So it goes a little ways. I'm pretty excited about that. And sometimes it's just a Bible verse. Sometimes it is a devotion that I've read that morning, or mainly my thoughts on a devotion I've read that morning. Or it's aimed at me. It's not aimed at anyone else, but it's reminders for me to be the kind of person that I want to be. Anyway, she brought me this, and inside, y'all, there is some sand from Israel that you put in there to hold your candle steady. This is very precious, and I treasure it. So, Anita, you know I love you, honey. Even more for my little candle. Candy Askins. Candy, what is the name of your channel? Candy, that's what I always put in there and it comes up. Brought me this pattern that she had stitched. I just told her I liked it and thought it was a beautiful piece, and she offered to bring it to me, and she did. She brought it to me at the retreat. This is the Woodland Berry from Erica Michaels, and I'm looking forward to stitching that. I have baskets and boxes all around me, y'all, with stuff in them. I don't know where to put things. Linda Jo from Pretty Southern brought me some little Ort boxes. These are wonderful, wonderful, and I'm going to love taking those with me when I go for stitch days. Oh, and this I found on the free table. It's called, it's All in the Eyes. Cats. Mrs. Thackeray? Anyway, it's a Ronnie Rowe design. I don't know, y'all. It looks like it might be painstaking, all that black and shades of, I think. But it was so beautiful, I couldn't leave it there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I do with that one. What else do I have in here? Oh, another pattern. This one, Michelle Bendy brought to me. First thing I saw was that little strawberry. I'm getting kind of hung up on strawberries. Nikki's Creation pattern. Okay. This is my exchange gift. Roberta Lyle from Missouri. And Roberta, if you're watching this, I didn't realize you were from Missouri till after we messaged the other day. And you live not too far from my sister, so maybe one time when I come up to see her, we could get together for a visit. I had to steal to get this, y'all, and I have felt guilty ever since. Teresa Vanette, you have made me have this horrible guilt complex. I will not steal again at another retreat. I will not. But this one was worth it, I gotta say. Look at this, y'all. This is a Brenda Gervais pattern, and I don't know which one, but she made this little crow and stitched him to the top of it. Do you not just love it? Love, love, love it. And she also had this little pillow. Let me see. There. Adorable. Beautiful chenille wool on the back. This one on the back has this beautiful little vintage print. And it has chenille, pom-pom trim. And then she also tucked in this little pumpkin with some fall pins. It was a fabulous. Oh, and the box. There was a little box in here too. Look at that. That'll be wonderful for keeping a pillow in or using for a finish. I'm not sure what exactly I'll do, but it's going to be great. I love it. And I've had questions about this. Marcy had me send her pictures, and I actually put those on Flosstube wherever she asked me about that. So, Roberta, you did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. I will treasure those. Okay, that's one box down. Now, I went to the weekend after I got back from the Midwest retreat. I went to a retreat with the Shepherd's Needle, Ann Thompson, and we went to a lodge way, way out in the country, 2.5 miles down a dirt road outside of Stuttgart. Actually, it was really outside of Umphrey, Arkansas, which you will trust me is a store and I don't even know if there's a gas station there. I know the area very well because my oldest brother lives about 1.5 miles away from this lodge. It is a retreat center, and it was a great place to have a retreat, y'all. There were 27 of us, I think. The stitching room is an A-frame cathedral ceiling, and there were windows on 3 sides that look out on the fields where the farmer, one morning there was a farmer out working in his combine plowing or whatever he was doing. It rained almost the whole time we were there, so we didn't get to see a lot of that kind of activity, but there were woods and a big grassy lawn. The food was out of this world. It was all cooked right there on site, and it was fabulous. The best pot roast I've ever eaten, ever. Just marvelous food and great. The hostess was wonderful. Anyway, Ann puts on a really nice retreat. It is very different from like the Midwest retreat where there were 75 people, and it can get pretty loud and chaotic. And you can hear people laughing everywhere, all up and down the room. This one was much quieter. It was much more restful for my soul. I just loved having the times that it was quiet. And getting to visit. Marcy Thiessen came over and sat with me for a while, and we got to stitch together and visit together and share a meal together and have some wonderful conversation. I met several new friends at my table, had a wonderful time. Ann put little gifts at our place at the table at every meal. We ate family style, one long table with 27 of us at it, and bowls of food brought to each table. There were tables put together, and there were like 6 grouped together. But anyway, they brought food out in bowls like you would for the family. You just put bowls of food out. So she brought little gifts and had them at our plate for all of those. This was in my room when I got in. It says needleworker on the side. And Ann had these on her desk holding candy. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it, but I have some ideas. So anyway, we'll think about that. I want to show you just a few of the little things that she gave us. I'm not going to try to show all of them. She had these little needle books made. They are wool on the inside with place for pins and needles. She had some threads. These are limited edition threads from the Gentle Art, and they were only available for this retreat. They're beautiful fall colors. Oh, look at this little, a lot of the things we got were acorn themed. Look at this acorn counting pen. Can you see that? You can't see that very good, can you? There we go. That's better. A pumpkin beeswax. There's not a good place to show that. All the colors are blending together here, y'all. Anyway, that's just a few of the things that Ann gave us. I have more in my little bag here, but I won't go through all of those. All of them were wonderful. I had a great time, and I've already made arrangements to go. She has 2 retreats in April. She has 2 in the spring and 2 in the fall, and I've already made arrangements to go to one of the April ones. If you're interested in one of those, look on her website. All the information is there. And so it's just a great place to go. Great place. Good retreat. Okay. FFOs. I have a bunch. First of all, this is from the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. The last one. Wait a minute. Here we go. Let me hold it this way. Let me look here. The fall 2019 issue. And Joyce Reed Folk Art. Let's see who this came from. And I used R&R 30 count prim green with the called for threads, or mostly the thought. I might have substituted 1 or 2. I do that when I don't have something. Is that not? It's so cute. I love it. I put a wool back on it. Very plain little pillow. I have been stitching, I don't see the pattern here. I can't remember what it is either. I'm stitching several of these for gifts. This one is the D. They all have a little bird on them and something else. Backing fabric is the same as what I've put across here. And I think I have a couple of more of these in here I'll show you. But anyway, they're going to make wonderful gifts, I think. I filled this one with sawdust. And I liked it. It feels good. I haven't done that before. Maybe I did one a long time ago. I don't have a clue what this pattern is, y'all. It may have been a free one. It may have been a Lizzie Kate. I stitched this a long time ago. Like a year ago or something. I've shown it to you before. But I got it out and FFO'd it this week, and I have a couple of more here as well. I just cut at Midwest, Brenda Gervais. Y'all, she was amazing. I didn't bring the things that she gave us to show you because so many people have shown those already, but she also did a little mini workshop, and we did a scissor fob. And I got some really great tips from her on how to do circles like this. So I used her little tutorial that we did that day. This is a green fabric on the back. I'm not sure you can see, it's got little trees on it. And this is just a doorknob hanger. It says Happy New Year. I finally FFO'd Horse Country Holiday. Whoops. Better put him right side up. I stitched him right after Christmas last year, I think. This is just a board that I got at Hobby Lobby. I believe what I used here was a canvas, a small canvas, that I wrapped this around and laced. I did not put any trim on it. Nothing seemed to look right on this piece. I tried a piece of lace that kind of matched this, and I thought it was too frou-frou. Just didn't work right for this particular one. So I'm just going to leave it plain. I love the way it turned out. I love the way it looks against this black board. I believe this board said thankful, grateful, blessed on there. I'm not sure. It's just one I got on sale, and I covered up the letters. I didn't even have to repaint. This one is very much going to be one of my favorites. This piece is called Give Thanks, and it's stephsfabbies.com. I don't have the pattern. I can't remember. Oh no, that's the fabric. I think this may have been a free one. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't remember. Anyway, this is what it looks like. Again, I had a board from Hobby Lobby that I used for this one. I did not repaint it. I don't remember what it said on it. I used a piece of mat board, wrapped this around it, and I did put some batting underneath that to soften it a little bit, laced it on the back, and then glued it onto this. This is just a little twine that I also glued onto it. It's a great Thanksgiving decoration. One of the patterns that I bought at Midwest was a new one by Brenda Gervais called Santa's Tree Farm. This was a kit. It came with this little oval hook. Now, I don't know, and it came with the fabric. I don't know what happened, whether it was my stitching. I just don't know. But this would not fit into that oval frame. It cut off, like right here. Cut off the deer, part of the deer. Cut off that whole tree and part of this tree. So I just switched over to a different hook. I used a round one. I cut it in a circle. I put it into the hook. I laced it on the back. I glued some paper to the hook around here and added the bow. This ribbon came in the kit. One of Brenda's new patterns. If y'all ever get a chance to go see her, visit with her, take a class from her, please do it. She's fabulous. This is, I think, a Lizzie Kate one I did a year or so ago. Another little doorknob hanger. Peace, Joy, Love. Same green fabric on the back that I used on the other one. Anna Noel. I have no idea, y'all, where I got this. None whatsoever. For some reason, I seem to be in need of fall pillows, small ones, and Christmas ones for my dough bowls and things like that. I thought I had more, but I think I've given them away. This is another one of the monograms, like I had the D earlier. This one is a T, and I used some Lady Dot rickrack. I tried this time on the back. Someone had said to try stuffing from the back and then covering it, which I did. I did not care for the rickrack covering because I couldn't get those ends to do anything good. But it's okay. It looks pretty good. And I'm sure I have a friend who will enjoy that. My friend Jo moved in July. And in her move, I was helping her pack, and she gave me a little piece of cross stitch that she did many, many years ago. It was on a little glass dish, and before I got that glass dish home, it broke. So I took it out of there and put it in here and added a little lace. This is a little mold, jello mold, that Suzette from Primitive Stitcher gave me. This says, as ye sow, so shall you rip. Cute. So that'll be a treasure for me from my friend Jo. Some time ago, a couple of months ago, I stitched L. Genders, a Brenda Gervais pattern. Actually, it was probably 3 or 4 months ago. And I brought it in here in my sewing room, and then I started cleaning my sewing room, and after that, I could not find my stitched piece. I looked everywhere. Not exactly everywhere, but this week I found it and finally FFO'd it. And this is what I have done. I had this spool. I don't know where I got it, but I've had it for some years. And this is how I finished it. Quite a bit of space at the top and the bottom, but I don't hate that. I wish actually that my spool had been a little bit shorter. I think I might have liked that a little bit better, but this is good. I love the look of this pattern, and in fact I may stitch it again. It's going to be a favorite. I just put a little buttonhole holder thingy. I don't know what those are called. Anyway, I put that on there so that if I wanted it closed up, I could just stick a little pin. And I've got a decorative pin somewhere. I'll using that. I won't use the regular one. And then this is my last FFO. I've been working on word plays, and this is the October one. This is another Brenda Gervais because I love her stuff. This is the 4th one of these that I've stitched. I'm working on trying to get all 12 of these done. This one's been one of my favorites, though. I love all the words, bittersweet and acorns. Cade stayed with me Friday, and he and I had a long discussion about acorns and what eats acorns. Not little boys. Squirrels eat acorns, deer eat acorns, but not little boys. We had to have a long discussion about that. And we went out to the mailbox. We walked out, which is out on the street, and crunched all the acorns in the driveway. It was a lot of fun. I kept him Friday. On Thursday, I got to keep Raven, my 2 current great-grandchildren. I'll be having another one in April, another little girl. So we're pretty excited about that. Another thing that happened at the retreat. I don't know, a year or so ago, I showed a wool quilt top that I had made. Primitive Garden was a kit that I had bought from Primitive Gatherings, and I'd actually made the quilt like, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, but I can no longer hand quilt, and that was not one that I felt comfortable doing the machine quilting on. But I showed it on here, the top, and Lori McClary, textilist, messaged me and offered to quilt that for me. I was beyond excited because I've seen her work and I know how beautiful it is. So I sent it to her. It's like sending off one of my children. And she brought it back to me at the retreat. I do not have the binding on it yet, but I'm going to show you as much as I can the quilting that she did. I'm going to take this microphone off so I don't rip it right off my computer. And I'll lay it up here and see if that'll pick up my voice. Okay. Sorry, this has an up and a down, so I have to get it back where I can hold it up. This is the top. This is the top border. The background of this is flannel, but all of this is wool. All of the applique, I hand appliqued. The triangles in that part, that's machine pieced. This is another part of it, and the bottom border. And I'm going to come up closer to let you see some of her quilting. I'll use this cat block as an example. She did meandering kind of a stitch in here. She went in every one of these triangles, y'all, all the way around. There's echo stitching around many of the flowers and the leaves. Isn't that stunning? Just beautiful quilting, beautiful. I am in love with it, and I am looking forward to getting the binding on there, which I hope to do sometime in the next couple of weeks. Since I've traveled so much this month, I'm kind of behind on a little bit of everything. Okay, I have a couple of more gifts I want to show you. I want to give away on Vanna Pfeiffer's channel. Vanna gave away several finishings to different viewers. I don't see my pattern for this, and I know I had it out, so I'm sorry, I don't know where this is. But I showed it to you last time I had finished stitching it, and I asked her for a flat fold. Look at this. Is this not... I can't even, y'all. Her finishing, I've never had anybody finish anything for me. I've always done my own, haphazard as it might be. But let me tell you, this is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. I love the choice of fabrics. I love the big rickrack that she used to trim it with. It sits on a glass shelf in my dining room, and that is where it will stay. Love it. And then I'm not going to show all of this, but I want to show when we were in Amana, I made the comment to several people there that I wanted some big acorn tops to make something with. I had a craft idea that I wanted to say. And Dory doesn't have I don't think Dory has a Flosstube. Anyway, she said, we've got some really weird looking ones where I live. And so she sent me some and sent me several gifts. Look at this, y'all. It looks like a bad hair day. But it's a regular acorn top. I am in love with these. I cannot wait. I saw something somewhere where you could take like a 2-inch circle of wool and stuff it, pull it up tight and stuff it, and you can glue it up in here, and you have these wool acorns. That's what I'm going to try to do with these. Thank you very much, Dory, and for all the other gifts that you sent along with that. All right. Have a few more things, and I'll finish up. This is way over what I usually do. I had an email this morning from someone who asked me if I would show a picture of the sampler Lo How a Rose that I had mentioned that I found in this book. A Cross Stitch Christmas. It's one of the Better Homes and Gardens books. And let me see if I can tell you which year it is. 2001. And this is the sampler. Let me get back here where you can get some good light on that. That's not it. How's that? Beautiful colors. One of my favorite Christmas songs. These books don't tell you who designed it. Let me see. Oh, yes, it does. Bright Needle Charted Designs. Bright Needle Charted Designs. I've not heard of that before. Okay. The latest Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine is one of the best magazines I have ever seen, y'all. If you've not gotten one yet, I have a subscription, so I already have this one. This is what it looks like. They have these at the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock. Their website is shepherdsneedle.com. So if you want one, you can get one from them. And I just want to stitch everything in it. I have already stitched one and started a second one. I'll show you what I've stitched. It's this one. Let It Snow. And I think I'm going to stitch that one several times. It was fast. It was fun. It's pretty. And it's going to make some good Christmas gifts. This one is by Rebecca Nolan of Lucy Beam. I stitched mine on a 20 count, which will smoky pearl. No, 28 count, which will smoky pearl. I thought 20 sounded really weird. And I love the way it turned out. I used the DMC threads. And look at this. Let's see if you can see that. Well, you can see that thread hanging on there, can't you? There. I don't know that you can tell the colors. They're a beautiful deep, the letters are beautiful deep teal. The snowflakes are done in white and ecru and another beige. And then this snowflake is a lighter teal. And I used all the called for colors. This is not the called for fabric. She called for 32 count crystal feldspar, which is a beautiful fabric. But I had this, and I thought I would try it. And I have a lot more. I think I know I can get at least 2 or 3 more on here. So that's my plan, is to stitch a few more of those. Then I pulled out a couple of freebies. One from Erica Michaels called Turkey Time. I can't show you that because I don't have a picture. I just have the pattern. These are not FFO'd yet. And this one is from Alita Designs, A-L-I-T-A Designs, 1 Thessalonians. And it says, in all things give thanks. My current whip, I didn't bring in here to show you, but I'll show you what I'm stitching. It's also from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. And it's a pattern from Teresa Vanette, Shakespeare's Peddler, and it's this one. Sara's Christmas Urn. I got a good little bit of this done last night. I think this one will only take me 3 or 4 nights, and I have some beautiful lace very similar to this. I haven't read through this whole thing, but it looks like she put 2 layers of lace in there, which I'm going to try. I'm going to try that. I loved it. All right. I think that's it. Let me see what I've got laying over here. Oh, here's the pattern for that one that Vonna finished for me right here. Birds of a Feather. It's called Alphabet Sampler. And I have 2 Halloween patterns laying here, and I don't know which one of those I said I was going to give away, but I'll go back and look it up, Renee, and send it to you. And for today, I have another giveaway. I was going through magazines this week and found that I have 2 of this one. Sampler and Antique Needlework Quarterly. This is the summer of 2007. It's got some beautiful stuff in it. I'll show you a couple of them. If you want, look at this, the Sara Turner sampler. Oh, lovely. If you would like to have this, in the comments below, just put anything about samplers. If you use the word sampler, I'll know to that you want to be in on this giveaway. Okay? All right, I think that's all that I have, y'all. It's going to take me a while to get all this stuff put away, and actually, I need to finish getting ready for church. I'll be doing that going in a little bit. I'm going to have to go and check my mouse trap before I go. Living on the lake is a wonderful thing, except we have on the lake there are always lots of bugs, and there are critters, I call them. I hate bugs. I have the bug man on speed dial, literally, y'all. I'm not kidding about that. He comes regularly. We have a contract with the bug guy, but he also will come every time I call. And if I call him every week, he'll come every week. But last week I had a mouse in my pantry, and so I took everything out of the pantry and cleaned it out and put down some stuff for mice. I won't elaborate on that. But I can still hear him I think he's in the attic. So I guess I'll call the bug man and talk to him and see what else I can do about getting rid of that mouse. But I'm going to go check my mouse trap one more time. Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful week. I appreciate all of you watching and subscribing. I can't tell you how fun that is for me to share everything with you, and I love it when you comment. I know that you don't always get to, and that's okay. I don't get to comment on everyone's either. We are limited in our time, aren't we? Anyway, y'all have a great week. See you soon. Bye-bye.